Who would have thought? Everyone always saw the school prince as the perfect, graceful gentleman, but behind that flawless image was actually a loud-mouthed, quick-tongued gaming streamer. His name was Henry. During one of his live game streams, he got carried away talking trash and accidentally accepted a 1v1 challenge from his lifelong rival, Tony. Only after ending the stream did Henry realize the fatal problem. The match required face cam. Which meant his real identity would be revealed. And if that happened, his whole perfect persona would collapse overnight. He started panicking, but as the top streamer on the platform, the event had already been heavily promoted all day. Fans of both sides were fiercely voting, arguing, and hyping the match. Canceling it now would be career suicide. Henry knew one thing. For sure, he could not show his face. Born. The youngest in one of the 4 great families, he'd spent his entire life living under the shadow of his perfect older brother. He was forced to be polite, refined, elegant, the family's role model. If they ever found out he was secretly streaming games online, joking crudely for fun, he'd be finished. As he sat there tugging at his hair, an idea suddenly struck him. I'll find a double. That way, he could keep streaming without revealing himself. Perfect. But who could he find? Just as he was lost in thought, a boy walked past him, handsome, cold, and impossibly composed. Henry's eyes lit up as if he'd found treasure. He ran up, grabbed the boy's wrist, lifted his hair slightly, and gasped, "Hey. Do you want to become mine?" Wait, that sounded way too wrong. He quickly corrected himself, flustered. Could you help me out with something? Unexpectedly, the boy smiled and nodded. I'll do it. I followed you for a while, Henry. Henry froze. You know me? You're famous. I'm Liam. That name nearly made Henry's jaw drop. Liam, the school's mysterious genius, always topping the ranks, rarely showing his face. Henry was ecstatic. Handsome, intelligent, mysterious, the perfect face mask. He cheerfully dragged Liam home, grinning to himself all the way. But what he didn't know was that Liam had liked him for a long time. The moment Liam stepped inside Henry's house, he was stunned. He had expected the elegant school prince to have a tidy, minimalist home. Instead, the place looked like a battlefield. Clothes everywhere, snacks on the desk, and a giant dog-head pillow on the sofa. So the great school idol is actually kinda cute, he thought, cheeks flushing. Henry saw his red face and thought he was hot. He quickly turned on the air conditioner, then tossed him an outfit. Here, change into this. It's the custom outfit for my stream character. Liam hesitated for a second, then obediently changed in front of him. Henry's eyes went wide at the sight of that toned body and defined abs. Whoa, that body. I really need to start working out. He ruffled Liam's hair, took off his glasses, shoved a lollipop into his mouth, then looked him over carefully. Perfect. Liam's heart pounded wildly. Every time Henry came close, he almost lost control. Henry grinned. Starting tomorrow, come over every day. For what? Special training, duh. I'll pick you up after class. The next day, when Henry showed up at Liam's class, the entire school erupted. Everyone was whispering and gasping. The campus heartthrob had arrived. Liam watched from afar, feeling something twist in his chest. So he's really adored, both in real life and online. An unfamiliar sting of jealousy flared inside him. He quickly walked over, grabbed Henry by the wrist, and pulled him out of the crowd. Back home, he didn't say a word, just sat quietly. Henry frowned. You can't act like this during the stream. You're supposed to be the white knight, a bit more cocky. He began to instruct in detail. Sit relaxed, like this, legs slightly apart. Liam looked up at Henry's beautiful face, so close to his own, and his heart nearly burst. Oh no, I'm done for, he thought. When the livestream began, the fake white knight, played by Liam, appeared on screen, and the entire platform went insane. Too handsome, too confident, too perfect. He opened his mouth and taunted Tony. What, losing again already? Tony's face turned red with fury. He charged, only to lose miserably. Henry's fans cheered like crazy. Meanwhile, Henry sat behind the camera, both proud and terrified. If Liam slipped even once, their secret would be exposed. But to his surprise,
Liam handled everything flawlessly. Sharp tongue.
bold attitude, exactly like Henry. Henry sighed in relief. Thank God.
He's a lifesaver. Behind the screen, Liam only smiled faintly. Henry, what I really want, you don't know yet. After that stream, comments began to flood social media. Why did White Knight seem different today?
Yeah, his vibe was off, more restrained. Could it be someone else was pretending to be him?
Henry broke into a cold sweat reading them.
If Liam didn't handle this right, they were doomed. But Liam calmly turned on the mic and said, I just felt like keeping a gentlemanly image today.
What, not used to it? He smirked.
Fine, if you don't like it, I'll just log off. Then he ended the stream. The chat exploded. No, don't go! White Knight, come back! Fans immediately turned on Tony's supporters, claiming they'd angered their idol into leaving. Henry finally exhaled, a bright smile spreading across his face. That was perfect. You handled it like a pro. Overjoyed, he jumped up and hugged Liam tightly. Liam froze, his face burning, ears red, and whispered, You're the one who did all the real work. You were the one playing, after all. Henry laughed out loud. Whatever, we made it through.
Come on, dinner's on me.
Liam thought they were going to a fancy restaurant.
But Henry proudly presented
a giant KFC family combo. He beamed, Behold, the sacred combo. Calorie bomb plus happiness soda. As they ate, Henry said cheerfully, By the way, you helped me so much today. Just say the word. I'll do anything you want.
Liam looked at him, voice soft but serious. Really? Anything?
Of course.
You saved my life! Liam suddenly stood up, his eyes gleaming.
Then,
I want you to help me with something. Henry blinked, half suspicious.
Wait, don't tell me he's going to ask for something weird.
But Liam just smiled sweetly. Are you free this Saturday?
As it turned out, the favor he wanted was to help him at a cat cafe. Henry, the rich heir and popular streamer, had no choice but to pretend to be a part-time waiter. The cafe owner, Anna, was a shameless admirer of handsome men.
The moment she saw Henry, tall, charming, elegant, she nearly squealed.
If only you'd work here permanently, I'd be in heaven. Liam quickly made up an excuse and disappeared into the kitchen, face unreadable. Henry blinked, completely confused. He hadn't expected the school genius to ask him to serve coffee for a favor, but as he watched Liam move gracefully, serving cakes, chatting warmly with customers, Henry had to admit, this guy isn't as awkward as I thought. While he was watching, Liam suddenly fed him a bite of cake. Henry's eyes went wide. Whoa, what is this? It's like eating a cloud. Liam smiled gently. I'm glad you like it. I learned it from the head chef. If you want, I'll make one for you every day. Henry gawked.
This guy's seriously perfect. Then he laughed, slinging an arm around Liam's shoulder.
Who knew the mysterious top student works part-time at a cafe?
You've totally changed how I see you. He looked at Liam's uniform and chuckled.
You actually look really good in that. Especially with all these cats around. Total cat cafe prince vibe. Liam held a fluffy kitten and asked softly, Want to try holding it?
Henry hesitated.
I'm scared I'll drop it. Liam chuckled, guiding his hands, one hand under its chest, the other supporting its back.
Like this. The kitten curled obediently in Henry's arms, licking his fingers.
Henry's face lit up with a smile as pure as sunlight. Watching him, Liam's heart melted completely. He had actually arranged for fewer customers today,
hoping to spend time alone with Henry. But because the school prince was so popular,
fans had packed the cafe just to see him. Some even asked for selfies and contact info, refusing to leave.
Liam immediately stepped in front of Henry, politely blocking them. Henry froze, staring at Liam's broad back shielding him, feeling a strange warmth bloom in his chest.
Thanks. You really saved me there. Liam met his eyes, heart tightening painfully. He's so
unbearably adorable. By late afternoon, the cafe finally quieted down.
Anna, cleaning up, shot Liam a teasing look. So, you were drowning in 3 research projects, but still insisted on working here. And now suddenly take days off right when this guy shows up. Don't tell me.
Liam flushed.
No, it's not like that.
Anna smirked.
Sure. I'll be in the kitchen. Liam sighed softly to himself. For you, I'd do anything. Even if to you, I'm just a stand-in face. While he was lost in thought, Henry suddenly plopped a chubby cat into his arms, grinning. "Here, let this little guy cheer you up."
Liam looked at the cat, then at Henry's smiling face, and couldn't help but smile back. Still, guilt tinged his voice as he murmured, "Sorry, Henry. I didn't mean to make you work so hard today." Henry just laughed, wrapping an arm around his neck.
"Are you kidding? I had fun. Working at a cafe is actually kinda great." Hearing that, Liam finally relaxed, his heart, for once, completely at peace. He smiled softly. "If you like it, you can come here more often. Next time, I'll make sure no one disturbs us." Henry nodded right away. "All right, next time I want to eat your pastries again, and I'll bring some friends to support you too." As he spoke, he secretly thought, "Next time I've got to trick a few of my friends to come along for fun." When he returned to campus, Henry rushed to find Liam. Holding his phone, his face was pale. "This is bad. When you showed your face on my live stream, the fans online started suspecting you were the one playing in my place. They even made a whole post demanding to investigate your identity." Panic flashed through Henry's eyes. He immediately ran to find Liam. As soon as they met, he pulled off his own cap and put it on Liam's head, acting all mysterious. Liam blinked in confusion. "Senior, what's going on?" Henry whispered. "Shh, I can't explain now."
"Just don't let anyone at school see your face clearly." Realizing what Henry meant, that he was worried others might recognize the stand-in from the live stream, Liam's gaze softened. "Don't worry, I won't let anyone see. Only you can, okay?" Henry froze, staring at the cap. It had a bright pink Peppa Pig on it.
He almost burst out laughing, mortified. "Crap!"
If Liam realizes, that'll be so embarrassing.
Without a word, he tugged the cap lower, covering Liam's face even more.
"No way, not even I can see."
Liam chuckled quietly to himself. "That's fine. There'll be plenty of other chances for you to see me." He tugged Henry's sleeve.
"Come on, the student council president's looking for you." It turned out the president, Henry's close friend, needed help organizing the upcoming school anniversary celebration.
When Henry introduced, "This is Liam," Kanna widened his eyes, then burst out laughing. "So you're the mysterious top student. That hat, though, looks kinda childish." Fearing he'd mentioned the pink pig, Henry quickly changed the subject. "Didn't you say you were short on people? Let's hurry up. I'll help you finish it." Kanna grabbed Henry's arm immediately, but glanced back teasingly. "I'll borrow Henry for a while."
Top student. Watching that, Liam frowned slightly.
A trace of jealousy flickering in his eyes. "I can help too," he offered. But surprisingly, Kanna, who usually complained about being short-handed, smiled and declined. "No need. Henry's enough." The two exchanged words back and forth.
While Henry stood awkwardly between them,
Sensing something strange in the air, his gaze accidentally fell on the keychain hanging from Kanna's bag. A game character charm. And he froze. Oh no, the entire student council's full of gamers.
"If Liam tags along, he'll definitely be exposed." He took Liam's hand and whispered, "No, don't come.
I don't want you to have to keep hiding like this. Just take the day off, okay?"
Liam could only nod, watching his senior walk away, his heart whispering softly, "As long as it's for you, nothing else matters."
This world means nothing. You're the only light I have. When Henry arrived at the student council office, he was instantly buried under piles of paperwork. The school anniversary was coming soon, and everyone treated him like a savior. He worked until evening before finally finishing. As Kanna poured him a cup of water, he asked casually, "So, that Liam kid, since when did you two know each other? You've never mentioned him before." Henry laughed awkwardly. We met because I needed help with something, that's all." Kanna narrowed his eyes. "Just that? 'Cause I swear, the way he looks at you is
different." Sensing the air getting tense, Henry hurriedly changed the topic.
"Oh right, do you know that streamer White Knight?"
He revealed his face recently. "People say he's super handsome." Henry's smile stiffened.
"I don't really follow game streamers. I wouldn't know." But inside, his thoughts were in chaos. Why is he suddenly bringing that up?
Before Kanna could continue, Liam suddenly appeared at the door.
Both of them were startled. Henry rushed over, whispering, "What are you doing here? What if someone recognizes you?"
He immediately grabbed Liam's hand and pulled him away, leaving Kanna standing there, eyes darkening as he clenched his fists.
So that's how it is.
A few days later, the game company announced an offline festival. The top 10 streamers on the leaderboard were required to attend an in-person fan meeting. Henry wanted to refuse, but his manager Caden was firm.
If you don't go, it'll count as breaching the contract.
Worse, the platform could take down your entire channel.
Henry sat in stunned silence. If he went, his real identity might be exposed.
If he didn't, his streaming career would end. Caden's tone turned cold.
So what's it gonna be? You planning to quit being a streamer? Henry stayed quiet for a long time.
He knew, without White Knight, he'd just be Henry, the perfect rich son trapped in a golden cage.
The obedient, charming doll his family wanted. His father was strict, his older brother flawless. The pride of the family. And Henry
was just the pretty, useless one. To them, it was enough that he looked good, behaved, and smiled. But in the gaming world, he could finally be himself. No one judged him there. No one told him who to be. Liam saw that loneliness flickering in his senior's eyes.
He gently took Henry's hand. It's all right.
You still have me. If you can't show up in person, I'll go in your place. All the meetings, events, fan gatherings, I'll handle them for you. Henry was deeply moved, but shook his head firmly. No, too many people already suspect who you are. If you show up again, things will get worse.
This is my fault. I dragged you into this and made you live as my stand-in. Liam only smiled, his gaze so tender it made Henry's heart tremble. It's okay, Senior. As long as it's for you, I don't mind. I just want to support you in doing what you love. Those simple words wrapped Henry in warmth. He felt his chest tighten, moved and confused all at once. Even if things get complicated later, you really don't mind.
Liam's smile was gentle. You helped me once.
Now it's my turn to help you. Henry exhaled in relief. Then, that's great.
Thank you, but deep down, confusion lingered. When did I help him?
I'm sure I've never done anything for someone like him.
He made a mental note. Next time, I'll ask him properly. While he was lost in thought, Henry noticed a suitcase by Liam's feet.
Huh, why did you bring your luggage?
Liam answered naturally. My lease ended today.
I just moved out, so these are my things. Henry blinked in surprise. Wait, did I make you miss your moving schedule?
No, not at all.
I've just been too busy to find a new place. I'll probably stay at a hotel tonight. Hearing that, Henry felt a pang of guilt. It was all because he'd been relying on Liam so much these days.
He spoke quickly. Then why don't you stay at my place for now?
I've got plenty of empty rooms. One more person won't hurt. Just as he was about to call Caden to inform her, his phone rang. It was Caden. Did you two forget about me already?
Came her cool voice. Startled, Henry hurried to answer.
You heard about the festival, right? I'll have a stand-in go instead. Caden's tone turned even colder. Send whoever you like, I don't care.
But I have a few words for your little stand-in. Henry looked at Liam, then handed over the phone. Caden's voice through the receiver was icy.
I don't care why you're getting close to him, but if you're going to be a replacement, do it well. Anything else, don't even think about it. Liam's tone was calm, his smile faint. Thank you for the reminder. Then he hung up immediately. Caden stared at the dark screen and sneered. Impressive, Henry. You really brought a wolf into your house. A wolf cub disguised as a lamb. Let's see how you deal with this one. That night, Liam officially moved into Henry's home.
He quietly chose the room right across from Henry's. Once alone, he couldn't hide his joy. Finally,
I can stay close to him. He clenched his fist slightly, whispering to himself, This time, I won't let you go again. Henry helped him unpack, even prepared towels and toiletries. You can take a shower first. I already turned on the hot water. Hearing the word shower, a mischievous smile curved on Liam's lips. He laid his clean clothes on the bed, then walked into the bathroom shirtless. Sure enough, when Henry passed by and saw the clothes left behind, he muttered, This guy. So forgetful, he knocked on the door. Liam, you forgot your clothes.
A soft laugh came from inside.
Oh, I did. Could you bring them in for me, please? The door cracked open, steam billowing out. And there stood Liam, hair dripping, a towel loosely wrapped around his waist. Henry froze, eyes instinctively drawn to the defined abs and firm muscles. How did you get that body? As he spoke, he reached out to touch, curiosity taking over. Liam shivered slightly, his breath unsteady.
Just regular workouts.
Before things could go further, Henry suddenly jolted upright. Oh no, I forgot to connect the network cable in your room.
He bolted out of there in a flash. Liam stood there, staring after him, then let out a helpless laugh.
Good thing he ran. Otherwise, I don't know what I might have done. He sighed softly. All right, maybe I shouldn't try to tease him again, or I'll only end up suffering myself. The next morning, Henry was still half asleep when the smell of breakfast filled the apartment. When he walked out, he saw Liam wearing an apron, smiling warmly as he cooked.
The morning light made the whole house glow. You're up.
Come eat. Henry sat down and took a bite. His eyes widened.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
You can cook too?
Liam chuckled softly. Well,
think of it as me trying to please the host. After all, I'm living here for free. Henry pretended to frown. Oh no, that won't do. From now on, at least 7 or 8 dishes per meal, understood? Both of them burst out laughing. Just then, the doorbell rang. Henry's new gaming PC and setup had arrived. Like a kid getting a new toy, he shouted excitedly, "Yes! With this, my game speed's gonna be off the charts!"
He pulled Liam over. Come on, let's test it out together.
Once logged in, Henry became the mighty White Knight, cool and commanding. Let's go! I'll take you to raid the Plum Blossom Palace. But when he saw Liam's character level, he froze. What? You're still a level 10 newbie? Liam smiled faintly, looping an arm around Henry's shoulder. Then teach me, senpai? And so, Henry had no choice but to take him under his wing.
He promised to help Liam reach level 60 in 3 days.
Seeing how shabby Liam's gear was, Henry opened his inventory and gifted him a bunch of rare skins and top-tier equipment.
When Liam donned the new outfit, Henry nodded approvingly. Now that's more like it.
You finally look like my student. Liam glanced down at the armor that hugged his frame, blushing slightly. Don't tell me. You like this kind of look, senpai? They ventured into the dungeon together. Liam's clumsy moves nearly got them wiped several times, forcing Henry to swoop in to save him. With a single dazzling move, Henry finished off the monster, catching Liam, who was on the verge of death, in his arms.
Their hearts thumped wildly at the unexpected closeness. Meanwhile, the world chat exploded. Wait, White Knight is carrying a newbie? Didn't he say he hated doing that? That username looks familiar.
Wait! Before they could finish gossiping, Henry flew over and wiped the floor with the 2 busybodies. Just then, Liam quietly accepted a hidden quest. Henry glanced over. What's that?
The Kixie Festival quest. Henry froze in place.
What? Kixie? You mean the couple event with another guy? All around them were pairs walking hand in hand, floating lanterns shaped like hearts, and sweet background music. The whole thing made Henry want to log out immediately. But Liam stayed calm.
It gives a ton of experience points. That one line completely hooked Henry.
Fine. For the rewards. However, during the quest, Henry accidentally brushed against a cursed flower, swallowed a magic seed, and turned into
a tiny chibi version of himself.
Liam burst out laughing, scooping him up.
Oh my god.
You're adorable. How am I supposed to handle this? Henry's face went crimson as he tried to cast a spell, but his signature move, Rogue Cannon Blast, turned into a shower of pink heart effects. Oh my god, kill me now. He darted into a corner, covering his face, while Liam laughed until he was breathless. Then a monster appeared and knocked Henry away. Liam caught him in time, his voice low and gentle. Seems like every time I'm not beside you, you get into trouble.
Better stay right here in my arms. Much safer that way. With that,
he unleashed a combo, defeated the boss, retrieved the key item,
and carefully brewed an antidote for Henry. After drinking it,
Henry's body glowed and returned to normal, still neatly nestled in Liam's arms. Henry blushed furiously, struggling to open the quest log.
Let's see if there's any more cursed missions left. After finishing a ridiculous chain quest titled Shared Fortune and Legacy of Love, Henry was completely drained.
He was about to log off, but the final reward stopped him. A scene where both characters planted a tree of blossoms together. Under the canopy of pink petals, Liam stood there, his eyes filled with quiet warmth. The wind played with his hair as he smiled softly, a smile that made Henry's heart pound.
Panicked, Henry turned away. No! What am I even thinking? At that moment, the soft click, click, click of a mouse echoed.
What are you doing?
Henry asked. Liam smiled faintly, just reviewing the quest. In truth, he was taking screenshots of the two of them beneath the cherry tree, saving every angle carefully, as if they were priceless treasures.
Henry, oblivious, thought Liam was just being a gaming nerd. Moments later, the guild's vice leader DM'd White Knight. Boss, finally found you.
Heard you're joining the offline festival?
Everyone's dying to meet you. Henry panicked. We'll see. I'm kind of busy lately. No worries. We'll reschedule around you. You have to come. Henry forced a laugh. Right. We'll talk later. But then the vice leader dropped the bomb. By the way, didn't you hate the couple events?
Why'd you do the Cheeksy quest yesterday?
Before Henry could type a reply, virtual fireworks exploded across the in-game sky. Heart-shaped, spelling glowing words that made his soul leave his body. Oh no, this is the worst. Mortified, he instantly logged out and bolted from the room. The vice leader turned to someone emerging from the shadows. Kana. See? Told you, it's him. Kana smirked.
He'd long suspected that White Knight was Henry, but that Liam had stolen the spotlight during the live stream.
In his mind, one thought burned bright. That Liam guy,
he must have taken credit for everything.
I'll expose him. Later, after logging off, Henry looked exhausted, his complexion pale. Liam noticed right away.
What happened, Senpai?
Henry avoided his gaze, saying nothing.
Liam stepped closer, gently pressing him against the wall, voice low and calm. Let me guess. The guild wants to meet up at the offline event, right?
And you don't know how to refuse? Henry sighed, pushing him away before collapsing onto the sofa. Yeah, smart people like you are the worst. I don't want to go, but I hate disappointing them. Everyone's so excited to see me.
Liam smiled softly, pulling the pillow from Henry's face.
Didn't you say I could take your place? Let me go for you. It's not the same, Henry replied.
The festival event was just standing on stage, but a guild meeting's more personal. Chatting, bonding.
You don't know them like I do.
One slip and we're screwed. Liam's smile deepened.
Then teach me. Teach me everything about White Knight. Henry hesitated, then sighed. Fine.
I guess someone as sharp as you can handle it. Then he remembered. During the live stream, Liam had shut down the stream and impulsively hugged him. Flushing, Henry warned. If you pull another stunt like that, I swear I'll hit you. Liam simply smiled and said nothing. After a pause, Henry frowned.
By the way, you said you helped me because I once helped you. But what did I do? Liam was quiet for a long time before answering softly. It was freshman year. You were my orientation guide.
You helped me with the registration forms.
And spent an entire afternoon finding my lost suitcase. Henry blinked. Wait, that was you? That was nothing.
You still remember that? Compared to how much you've helped me now.
It's nothing, Liam replied with a faint smile, though his chest tightened with a pang of sadness. To Henry,
that moment was trivial, one of many kind gestures he'd done without thinking.
But to Liam, it was unforgettable. The first time he'd been cared for by someone like Henry. He clenched his fist slightly, forcing a calm smile. It might have been small to you, but it meant a lot to me. Why, was there something valuable in that suitcase?
Henry teased. Yes, something very important, but I can't tell you what it was. Not yet. A few days later, they logged in again. Guild chat was blowing up. Guys, rumor has it White Knight's got a crush.
Yeah, he's been power leveling that newbie nonstop. And giving him heart effects too. Even Tony got dragged into the teasing. Henry's face turned purple with rage. He stormed in and whacked the gossipers senseless. But Liam had noticed lately that Henry was acting strange. Secretive. Distracted. When Liam finally hit level 60, Henry suddenly dragged him to the Plum Blossom Palace, then muttered something about an errand and ran off. Standing amid a glowing forest of fireflies, Liam was mesmerized. Could it be?
He's been busy preparing this for me?
Henry scratched his head awkwardly.
Guess you caught me. So, do you like it? Consider it a thank you gift for all your help. Liam's eyes shimmered.
I love it.
It's beautiful. Then enjoy it while it lasts. The scene effect only stays for 10 minutes, but just as they were admiring the view, Henry's phone rang.
It was his older brother. You're working as a waiter? The voice roared. Henry's face drained of color.
The video from his part-time cafe job must have leaked online.
Thankfully, his brother didn't mention the streaming, just scolded him harshly.
You're embarrassing the family.
Do it again and you're no brother of mine. Henry swallowed hard. I understand. It won't happen again. When the call ended, he slumped onto the couch, exhaling shakily. Thank God. At least they don't know about the streaming. Outside the door, Liam had overheard everything. Only now did he understand why Henry feared exposure so much, so that was it. He was living under the weight of family expectations, and only in the game could he truly be himself. Liam clenched his fists,
wanting to rush in and hold him to say, I'm here. You're not alone. But just as his hand touched the doorknob, he hesitated. Do I even have the right to comfort him?
Then the door opened. Henry stood there, eyes red, voice low. You know how to drink, right? They sat together, drinking in silence.
Henry was clearly in a bad mood. He drank heavily, soon leaning against Liam with a tired laugh. You should drink a little too. Liam's heart pounded violently, but he tried to keep calm.
Senpai, stop drinking. You're drunk already. Henry lowered his head, sighing.
That was my brother. He's a genius, good at everything. My dad too.
In everyone's eyes, our family has to be polite, composed, successful. That's the image I'm supposed to have.
But why can't I be White Knight too?
His voice faded. A moment later, he fell asleep right there on the table, leaving Liam to watch him quietly, with a heart full of pain and tenderness. Liam gently helped his senior onto the bed. Looking at that peaceful sleeping face, his heart twisted, filled with both tenderness and pain.
The person I've been longing for day and night
is finally right here in front of me. Unable to resist, Liam bent down and placed a soft kiss on Henry's forehead. He didn't know that, far away, Henry's older brother had secretly ordered an investigation. When he discovered that his younger brother was living with a game streamer, he was deeply displeased. Who the hell is that kid?
I need to find out everything about him. The carnival festival was about to begin. Because every hotel nearby was fully booked, Henry, who reserved late, had no choice but to share a room with Liam. On the surface, Liam appeared calm. It's just two guys sharing a room. It's no different from staying in the dorm. But inside, he was as tense as a drawn bowstring. Henry noticed something off and thought it might have been because of what he said while drunk the other night. In truth, ever since that secret kiss, Liam hadn't been able to calm down at all. Feeling guilty, Henry asked, Did I say something that made you uncomfortable that night? Liam's heart skipped a beat.
He hurried to explain, No, it's just the competition is coming up, so I'm a bit nervous. Competition? I heard the legendary top student never gets nervous. Henry chuckled.
Liam couldn't help but feel secretly happy, so his senior had been paying attention to him. He lowered his voice. This time is different.
I'm afraid I might cause trouble for you. Henry was taken aback for a moment, warmth spreading through his chest. So that's why.
You were worried about me.
He smiled gently, voice softening. Then what should I do to make you feel at ease? Liam seized the moment. Senior, could you comfort me a little? Henry hesitated for a few seconds, then reached out to pull him into an embrace. Like this?
Hearing the steady rhythm of his senior's heartbeat against his ear, Liam's face flushed.
Yes, this is perfect. Night fell.
The two lay side by side.
Liam's heart was a mess. The person he loved was right next to him, yet the closer he was, the harder it was to sleep. He forced himself to stay calm, afraid of being too tired for tomorrow's match. Suddenly, Henry shifted in his sleep and brushed against his hand. Liam froze instantly. After a moment, Henry's voice sounded in the dark. Did I wake you? No, you didn't. Still nervous?
He reached out, his fingers gently rubbing the back of Liam's neck. Is it me who's making you feel pressured?
Then, let me take responsibility. Senior, wait! But Henry had already pushed himself up, leaning over Liam, his eyes glinting with teasing mischief. What do you want your senior to do,
Liam could feel heat rushing all the way up to his ears. He couldn't hold it in any longer. I want you to kiss me. The next second, they were swept into a heated, breath-stealing kiss. When Liam opened his eyes again, he realized everything had been just a dream.
Henry was still asleep beside him, breathing evenly. Liam sighed softly.
There was no way he'd be sleeping tonight.
He got up, went into the bathroom, and splashed cold water on his face. The next morning, Henry took on the role of Liam's personal assistant for the carnival. As soon as they entered the venue,
the two instantly drew attention. After all, Liam was too handsome.
And White Knight was a name that carried weight. Henry grew nervous seeing the crowd of fans closing in. Let's go quickly. If they start asking questions, we're doomed. But Liam smirked and waved to one of the fans. Hey, you, no, come here. Don't tell me you don't recognize me. The fan nearly burst into tears. As expected of our leader.
Just one glance and you knew who I was.
Another fan pointed to Henry.
And who's this?
My assistant, Liam said nonchalantly. Right then, the Vice Guild leader appeared. A petite, doll-like girl with a fierce attitude. Everyone was stunned. One teammate joked, "Wait, our guildmaster is a girl." She crossed her arms, glaring at them. What?
Never seen a girl play a male character before?
Want me to remind you how I wrecked you in-game?
Liam, still in full White Knight persona, handled the scene perfectly, even managing to smooth over tension with Tony and accidentally matchmake a side couple in the process. Watching from the side,
Henry felt an unfamiliar warmth bloom in his chest. So this is what their world is like. Maybe I want to laugh and be part of it too. Just then, someone asked, "Where's Kanna? He's been gone forever." The girl shrugged. Probably still touching up makeup in the restroom. In truth,
Kanna had come intending to expose Liam, but the moment he saw Henry there, he panicked and hid behind a pillar. Not knowing how to face his old friend, Liam caught the whole thing, so that top fan who kept following me around
was Kanna, huh? Henry sighed in relief. Good thing he didn't show up. He's known me for years. He'd recognize me right away. Liam smirked, raising his chin arrogantly. Anyway, I'm a special guest. Busy, you know? My assistant's calling, so I'll be off. Bye. He dragged Henry straight into the VIP area. But the moment they stepped in, a sharp voice rang out. White Knight.
Finally we meet.
A young man with a bookish look stood there, glaring. Both Henry and Liam froze. That's right. It's me, Tony.
Liam narrowed his eyes, speaking lazily. Kid, are you even old enough to challenge me?
I turned 18 3 months ago,
Tony snapped.
This time at Carnival, I'll beat you for sure. Oh, really?
Liam smirked. You think losing online means you'll win offline?
He stepped closer, his gaze sharp enough to make Tony flinch back. What? You think being tall makes you scary? Tony spat. I'm not afraid of a real fight. And what are you planning to win with, huh?
Little boy?
The little boy made Tony's face turn crimson. He slammed the table and stormed off. Liam turned back to Henry with a grin. Senior, did I act like you?
Henry's face was full of dark lines. Is that what you think I'm like?
Well, with Tony, if I didn't talk tough, he'd never leave me alone. Henry sighed and smiled helplessly. You really do have a silver tongue, don't you? Meanwhile, Tony sat sulking in a corner. They're the real kids, not me. Kanna happened to walk by and handed him a bottle of water. Here, drink this. Tony looked up and immediately froze.
Oh no, he's exactly my type.
His heart skipped a beat. Tony hated being called a kid, but he was a hopeless sucker for good looks. Even though he came from a wealthy family, his cute height always made people tease him. When he saw Kanna looking pale, he thought the man was dizzy and quickly handed him a piece of chocolate. Just as Tony was about to ask for his contact info, someone called Kanna away. At that moment, another famous streamer approached with a friendly smile. You're Tony, right? Your style is way more impressive than White Knight's. Hearing that, Tony's mood brightened instantly. Of course. I'm awesome. Seeing that he had taken the bait, Noah smoothly continued. I was just thinking. There's going to be a friendly guild match later. If I lose to him in front of everyone, it'd be embarrassing. How about we team up against White Knight?
While Liam was busy helping his senior handle the mess, he accidentally made Henry take first place, which only made Henry angrier. You've been pretending to be all innocent beside me this whole time.
What exactly is your goal?
Noah, the rival top streamer, had actually been planted by his company to drag down White Knight's reputation and boost their own platform.
He not only provoked Tony by calling him Forever Number 2, but also bribed the MC to stir up drama for the crowd. The MC, still a rookie, afraid of losing control of the stage.
Agreed at once. Outside the hall, Henry seemed tense.
Liam gently suggested, "How about we go for a walk? Might help you relax." As soon as they stepped out, they were surrounded by fans cosplaying characters from their game. Men, women, even kids. Henry's face darkened when did I become some kind of two-gender idol? Liam, meanwhile, was staring at a little kid clutching a keyboard, thinking, Senior must have been even cuter as a child. Passing a souvenir booth, Liam spotted a pair of couple keychains and secretly wished he could share one with his senior. He pretended to say casually, "These prizes look fun."
Want to try your luck? Henry nodded and joined the shooting game.
His focused expression, the tilt of his head, the gleam in his eyes, it all made Liam's heart pound like crazy. Damn it, how can he be this attractive? At the final round, which required teamwork, Liam's precise calculations helped Henry win the grand prize. The couple keychains. Henry chose the blue one. Liam, thinking red suited him better, took the red one instead. Back in their room,
Liam proudly hung his keychain on his backpack,
secretly wondering how to convince Henry to wear his. But Henry had already done so, saying casually, "It's cute."
"I won it. Might as well wear it." Then he grinned. "After the festival, let's go for another walk, yeah?"
That offhand line made Liam's heart almost leap out of his chest. The opening event, a quick quiz game, was child's play for Liam. Seeing that he was about to win, Noah whispered for Tony to buzz in faster. But Tony kept pressing the button before he even thought of an answer, then stammered in confusion. Noah sneered inwardly.
So stupid. Perfect for manipulation. Right on cue, the MC redirected the question to Noah. He answered fluently,
and the MC added with a teasing smile. Maybe White Knight knew the answer too, but wanted to let someone else have the spotlight, huh? As soon as the words left the host's mouth, the fans from both sides exploded. A full-on comment war erupted, and the atmosphere became even more electric. Seeing the unexpectedly positive reaction, the MC became bolder and shifted to a new topic. Fan service. Mr. Noah said he often fulfills his fans' wishes. What about you, White Knight? How do you usually interact with your fans?
Henry broke out in a cold sweat. That question wasn't in the script.
Liam hadn't been briefed either. One wrong word, and his secret could be exposed. Henry was about to rush off to find the organizers, but the staff only smiled.
The MC's doing great.
The audience is excited. Just let it flow. Henry clenched his fists in frustration. This is bad. We're doomed. As everyone held their breath, Liam calmly raised his head and gave a faint smile. My fans like watching me climb to the top of the server rankings. Without real skills, you can't do that, Noah chuckled coldly. Oh? But I heard White Knight hasn't been boosting fans' rankings for a while, only taking a few limited slots now and then, right? Immediately, the anti-fans started shouting, "Yeah! He used to charge people to boost their accounts. I heard you had to buy a ticket just to get him to help you."
The audience buzzed with gossip, yet Liam stayed perfectly composed. My fans know I've never taken money for boosting. Or,
do you want me to boost you to see for yourself? The crowd erupted in laughter.
Liam's tone dropped, calm but firm.
Yes, when I first debuted, I helped a few players climb the ranks. But I didn't know some of them were reselling their accounts afterward. When I found out, I was angry, disappointed, and decided to stop taking requests. I knew some fans would be upset, and I truly apologize for that. Sensing the tension, the MC quickly stepped in. I heard you even sent gifts to make up for it, right?
Liam caught the cue, smiling softly.
Oh? I didn't think anyone would remember that.
Yes, I sent small gifts with handwritten apology letters to everyone involved. From the crowd, someone shouted excitedly, "That's true!
I got one. It was such a thoughtful gift.
He even paid for them out of his own pocket."
The atmosphere flipped completely.
Cheers and applause thundered through the hall. Liam had completely turned the tables, winning the round with overwhelming support. Henry stood frozen. No way. How did he know about the letters?
That was something only my longtime fans would remember. A memory flashed. A fan from 2 years ago. Back then, when Henry was still in his last year of high school, he'd helped that fan climb the rankings and even sent fireworks as an apology gift.
Could it be Liam?
After leaving the stage, Liam was in total panic. Oh no, he must have recognized me.
What if he hates me now?
Sure enough, before he could even speak, Henry grabbed his wrist and pulled him straight into the hallway.
Pressed against the wall, Liam met those angry eyes.
You're Peter, aren't you?
Liam smiled faintly. So,
my senior finally remembers me? I thought you'd forgotten, Henry choked up. And yet you pretended to be a newbie. You climbed the ranks with me back then. You lied to me from the start, didn't you? Liam stammered, I really did quit after that. I only came back recently.
I am a newbie again.
Yeah, right. Henry gritted his teeth. You really know how to fool people.
Before things could get out of hand, Liam spotted Noah walking toward them.
He quickly grabbed Henry's hand. Senior, don't argue now.
We need to focus on him first.
Henry took a deep breath, forcing down his anger. Seems like Peter doesn't need my help anymore. Go prepare for the next round yourself. He turned to leave, but Liam didn't let go.
What else do you want? Henry snapped. Liam quickly slipped a small note into his hand.
The first place prize. I'm sure you haven't forgotten, right?
I know you're mad, but I'll explain everything later.
Even if I have to fight alone in the next match, I'll do my best. For you, senior. Meanwhile, Noah had just finished greeting fans.
The moment he stepped backstage, he hurled his gifts to the floor and cursed.
White Knight.
Damn him. He's tougher than I thought. His manager's face darkened.
You still don't get it, do you?
There's a lot more to that guy than you think.
Do I need to remind you again to watch your image?
The manager's voice was icy.
That trivia round, you let him steal all the spotlight. And on top of that, he managed to clean up his scandal in front of everyone.
This is the result you give me?
Noah bowed his head. I'm sorry.
I didn't perform well enough, the manager snorted.
Since he showed his face, his popularity has skyrocketed. His platform's traffic is crushing ours.
Viewer numbers on our end are dropping fast. After being chewed out, Noah had no choice but to promise. I won't make any mistakes next round. The manager tossed him a file, an invitation to a top-tier streamer event, and warned coldly,
one more failure, and you can forget about all future projects. Got it?
Not far away, Kana and the Vice Guild Master rushed over, but the air was strange. Apparently, a mischievous guild member had been gossiping online. They say White Knight and his cute little assistant are super sweet.
Kana got jealous and started stalking them. Classic love triangle drama. In truth, Kana had followed Henry for a bit, not out of jealousy,
but to confirm whether he'd been forced to become Liam's personal assistant. Knowing Henry hated public attention, Kana stayed hidden, planning to approach him later in private.
Unfortunately, someone filmed him tailing them and twisted the story into a scandal. Furious, Kana punched the gossiper twice and stormed off. The match began. 3 streamers, each teamed up with 2 fans, in a 3v3 challenge. The team with the highest total score would win. Right from the start, Noah's team stepped on a poison mushroom trap. One member was instantly knocked out. Soon after, both sides lost another player in chaotic crossfire. Tony's team, cautious as ever, avoided fighting and focused on dodging traps. When they eventually split paths, Liam realized only he and Henry were left. The silence between them was suffocating. You could almost hear their hearts beating. Then Liam spotted a hidden item. Working together, they executed a flawless combo, boosting their points close to Noah's score. Liam stole a glance at Henry, silently hoping for a word of praise. But Henry pretended not to notice.
Liam sighed inwardly.
Back then, he used to guide my every move. Now he won't even look at me. Meanwhile, Henry was thinking, why did he have to hide his identity from me? I was always sincere with him.
Frustrated by losing, Noah started cheating again.
He deliberately stayed silent, while his fans triggered traps and got eliminated, leaving him as the last man standing. Desperate, he tried to team up with Tony. Let's cooperate, Noah suggested with a forced smile. If we take down White Knight, we'll win, Tony frowned. I don't cheat. If you want to win, do it fair and square, Noah sneered, pulling out a bomb item. But before he could throw it, Tony shouted, Stay away from me! The explosion knocked Tony out of the match. At that moment, Liam and Henry accidentally triggered a trap, binding them together. It seemed like Noah had the upper hand, But Liam had planned ahead. He activated the reflector item, bouncing all damage back at Noah. "Ever since the quiz round, you've been targeting me," Liam said coldly.
I guessed you'd cheat again. And I was right. The counterattack wiped out Noah's score completely. White Knight won. An overwhelming victory. During the match, Noah had also cursed at his teammates. Backstage, his manager slammed him against the wall.
"The company built your image with money, and you're destroying it yourself. Do you even remember the penalty clause in your contract?" The manager stormed out, slamming the door. Noah's eyes burned with rage. "Fine, White Knight.
Let's see how long you can stay clean." He pulled out his phone and hissed into it. Find every bit of dirt on him. The nastier, the better. Afterward, Liam ran up to Henry, smiling brightly.
"So, how did I do just now?"
Pretty good, right? Senior, can you forgive me now?
Henry brushed his hand away, voice cold.
You lied to me for months. Did you really think one victory would make it all okay? But Liam grabbed his hand again, gripping tightly, eyes locked on him.
"Then what do you want me to do?" "Whatever it is, I'll do it." Henry's face turned red under that gaze.
He stammered, looking away. Words are cheap? Fine, help me with one more thing then. The next morning, Liam knocked on Tony's door. You've seen it. Netizens are tearing you apart online. Usually when you mock me, I let it slide. But yesterday, you defended someone else on stage. Do you want to ruin your own brand? Tony shot up, trembling with anger.
"I don't need your advice. I know what I'm doing." He slammed the door and stormed off. When Henry heard about it, he sighed. "I told you to be proactive, not to provoke people into quitting."
Liam shrugged, stepping close until Henry's back hit the wall.
"Still, I completed the task you gave me, didn't I? So, can you forgive me now?" The space between them shrank, breath mingling, eyes locked.
Henry's heart pounded uncontrollably.
"My clothes. They're dirty. I need to go wash up." Without waiting for a reply, he bolted out of the room like he was running for his life. Liam watched his retreating back and smiled softly. "Senior, sooner or later, you won't be able to run from me anymore.